More than 1,500 people, mostly students, were quarantined because of possible contact. Now, those numbers come as the St. Johns County School District tells parents to decide tonight whether their students will be returning to campus when the next semester begins after the holiday break. Kaylee Tracy is on your side with a closer look at the decisions and the dilemmas that parents are facing.
And we will continue to offer parents choices for the spring semester. And every parent in Florida can take that to the bank.
Parents in St. Johns County have to choose between brick and mortar or distance learning for their students for next semester by Sunday night, a commitment for the rest of the school year. St. Johns County School District leaders emailed families earlier this week with the survey. The most effective instructional delivery for students is inside a classroom with a teacher and their peers. Therefore, we hope to see you back on campus, part of the survey reads. It comes a few days after Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and the state's education commissioner announced schools will stay open for in-person learning in the spring 5 days a week and that distance learning can continue, all part of the state's new emergency order for next semester. Districts will also be funded for remote students.
I thought, wow, they're finally listening to the educators and to the parents and to the school boards in the state, because they are providing some stability.
The survey goes on to say, quote, "We understand that the distance learning platform continues to be a need for some families." It also says if a student is not doing well with remote learning, teachers have to encourage that the student return to brick and mortar, a requirement in the state's emergency order.
The reason why we're doing that is because the data and the evidence is overwhelmingly clear. The virtual learning is just not the same as being in person.
Andrew Spar, the president of the Florida Education Association, says he's glad parents have the choice to choose their students' learning platform. He says he does agree, however, with state leaders that children learn best in the classroom.
What we know from this pandemic and what the commissioner and governor have acknowledged is the best place for kids is in our public school classrooms. And we have to make sure we do it in a way that protects the learning environment as well as the health of the students and people who work in our schools.
You can read about how other local districts are responding to the order right now on firstcoastnews.com. Kaylee Tracy, First Coast News, on your side.
And thousands of